Hey everyone! Today I came to tell you a story time that is 100% real. It happened to me and it was not cool. So you could find it funny, but it wasn't really a funny thing. I thought I should bring the story into a video just to alert people of certain things and like to be careful as well. So it is funny-ish story, but it's more like a learning kind of story of something that happened to me. So a few years ago, this story happens in a few years time, so I need to explain, otherwise you won't really understand. So a few years ago, I was in this dancing studio and I was doing jazz, ballet, I was doing a whole bunch of things, street dance and blah. So I spent a lot of time in that studio. And there was two guys for the first time in that studio. These two guys were in my jazz class. And I made friends with them quite a bit. And I knew that both of them weren't people that could afford for paying for the classes, because usually when guys would get scholarships like that, they were usually people from a disadvantaged home. So eventually, on the following year, one of the guys couldn't go to the dance studio anymore because his family was from way north of Brazil and he needed to leave because it seems that his mom got sick or something like that, so he prioritized his family and he left the dance studio, which kind of broke my heart because he was really awesome. Of the two guys, he was really the really sweet guy. So anyway, so I never saw him again. I have no news about him again, so I have no contact. I can't say anything about that. But the other guy stayed. So he stayed in a few classes after that for a few months, and then I think his scholarship ended, so he stopped going. And not too long after that, I stopped going as well, because I was about to graduate from school, and the dance studio time schedule was getting into the way of my exams and things like that, so I needed to choose, and obviously school was more important than dancing, even though my blood is like full on dance. But anyway, so I left the studio and I didn't see this guy again for a while. But this guy was living in the area that I was living here. Every now and again, I would see him walking on the street. Made me know that he was alright and all of that. And we didn't have the same kind of places to go to after we left the dance studio. Which meant we didn't really have a connection after that or anything. It just like sometimes I was in the car and he was walking, so I would say hi and he would wave back and that's it. So it was kind of nice. Until one day. I was walking from my house and I was gonna go to the pharmacy to get some medication, some stuff. I don't remember exactly what I was gonna get. But the pharmacy was a few blocks away from my house, so what's the point of driving? I went walking. And on my way walking there, I was still on my block of my house. This guy was walking the opposite way, so we saw each other and I said, hey, how are you? And then he replied, hey, it's been so long, I missed you so much, and blah blah blah. And then he gives me a hug, until in the middle of the hug, he starts saying that he really fancies me and he wants to kiss me, and his grip of the hug starts getting tighter as if he didn't want me to leave. And I got freaked out because, I mean, what the hell, right? And then I said, look, yeah,
that's fine, but I do like you, but as a friend, I don't like you in any other way.
I made that very clear.
So I don't want to kiss you. I'm comfortable with your hug right now. Please let me go.
He did not let me go. He started squeezing me tighter and tighter and tighter, and I was getting scared because, first of all, at some point this guy is gonna squeeze the breath out of me and I'm not gonna manage to breathe anymore. He's not gonna let me go. It was just whatever, you know, and I was not ready to give him a kiss just so he would let me go. And what if I did give him a kiss, would he let me go after, or would it be worse? It's like a whole bunch of things went on my mind, and I did not know what the hell to do. So I was freaking out quite a bit. I was wearing a pair of high heel shoes, and he's squeezing me tighter and tighter as long as I keep thinking and trying to say, no, let me go, let me go. And I start raising my voice, let me go. And he wouldn't let me go. He stopped talking, and then he's just squeezing, and I'm like,
let me go, let me go.
People passing on the street could hear me saying, let me go, and see my struggle of trying to pull away, and him going tighter on me, and they would not do anything. No one that passed on that street did anything to help me. They didn't call the police. They didn't try to make this guy stop it. They didn't do anything. They didn't help me. And I was so shocked with the amount of people that passed us and didn't help me. That was unforgivable. But anyways, so I start shouting, and because at this point I realize, okay, this guy has taken the friendship and he's not seeing me as his friend anymore. I am his victim right now. I am not, he's gonna do something to me. So I actually start shouting for help. I start saying,
help me, call the police, this guy's gonna kill me, this guy's gonna rape me, this guy's gonna do something.
And obviously the grip was getting tighter, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna pass out soon, because it's getting really, really tight and I can barely breathe. So while I'm shouting, I remember I have high heels on. Can you guess what I did? I went with the most strength I had, and I stuck my heel on his feet, one of his foot. That luckily made him release me, obviously because of the pain. At that moment, I just ran. As soon as he released me, I didn't even look back. I just ran for it. I now ran towards my house. So I ran to my house because I knew if I went to the drugstore, he didn't care if people saw or not. He was going to follow me and he was going to go in there. So I run to my house, and I live in a building. So buildings in Brazil, when you want to get in, you have to buzz the doorman, and the doorman actually opens the door for you. And that was the case of my building. So I buzz, and the doorman takes forever. And I keep looking to see the dude, and I can see that even though he's in pain, he's starting to look at me and he's gonna run towards me. And I thought, oh my god, if this doorman doesn't open this fucking gate soon, I am so fucking screwed, because this guy's gonna catch up to me, and now he's really angry because I have harmed him. He's gonna do something to me. I die today. I was sure that if the doorman didn't open that door quickly, I was gonna die. Luckily, as I see that the guy is coming to run towards me, the doorman opens the door. Oh my god, I almost flipped out. This is the moment that I just like swung the gate open, and I went in and I swung it shut. And I just ran up because it was a few stairs until you got up, and I didn't know if this guy had guns, had knives. I didn't know, so I could still be in danger. He could still see me. He could start shouting or doing something. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I run up the stairs and I tell the doorman, do not let anyone come into the gate or the house or anything. And then I explain who this guy is and what he's just tried to do to me. And then the doorman was like, oh my god, the guy walked off. After that, I was terrified of leaving my house by myself. And I am until today, and that's been quite a few years ago. I know this guy still lives around the area because I have seen him around. I'm not in Brazil right now, but every time I am in Brazil, every now and again I see him either at a coffee shop or something like that, walking on the street. So I am quite scared nowadays to walk around the block of my building, because I know that I might encounter this person. And it might happen again, or it might be worse. You don't know. When I do have to do things by myself, I look to my surroundings really, really, really badly, and if I see him or anything, I run into some crowded store and I hide until he's gone. I only thought afterwards, like, he's a guy, I could have kicked him in the nuts or something, but I didn't think of that at the moment. So try to prepare yourself psychologically if anything like this may ever happen to you. If anything like this has ever happened to you, please leave your story down in the comments below to help all of us enlighten with this kind of situation that just sucks really bad. And give it a thumbs up to help share my video around to everyone that might need some sort of support or anything like that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Don't forget that I post videos every Monday with my fitness vlogs, and Wednesdays and Fridays with story times, sometimes not that funny, sometimes funny as hell. So I'll see you guys. Bye!